interview of the Links Incorporated impact on AMEU University and Monrovia College. I would like to introduce to you Reverend Albert E. Akhtar, who is the interim president of AMEU University, and Jackson P. Bimi, who is the acting president of Monrovia College. Welcome you all.
Thank you, Ms. Kira.
So let's go directly into the interview. Reverend Akhtar.
Yes, ma'am.
What are the educational opportunities like in Monrovia for a typical female and male high school or college student?
Well, it will be good that before giving the specific opportunities, we do an overview of the education sector in Liberia. And as you do know, Liberia runs a 3-6-3-3 education structure, meaning early childhood education takes about 3 years, basic primary education takes about 6 years, junior high school is 3 years, and then senior high school is also 3 years. And the high school structure is in 2 phases. You have the junior high school and you have the senior high school. Liberia has about 3 categories of schools. We have the public schools, we have the private schools, and we have religious-based schools. According to the Ministry of Education's assessment report of 2017, it shows that about 5,818 registered elementary and high schools exist in Liberia. Now, of the 5,818 schools, 3,972 are public schools and 1,846 are private schools. Most of the school goers in that category goes to public schools only because the private run institutions are not affordable for a typical Liberian household. Of the 5,818 registered schools in Liberia, we have approximately 1,467,000 pupils in those schools. Now, with a population of about a little over 5 million persons, it shows that about 29% of Liberia's population, all about 1/3, close to 1/3 of the population are school-going kids. And that tells you that the horizon for education in Liberia is quite hopeful, it's blissful, because if you have about 1/3 of the population already in school at the primary and the secondary level, it shows that over a period of time, Liberia is going to be a great country. So it's going to be great for the nation and also great for the individuals. Although the government of Liberia have declared basic education free in all public schools, it is still not easily accessible for most young girls. Most young girls that are living in Liberia. And if you look at the Liberian laws, you discover that there are laws in place, there are policies that strongly promote equity, including the rights of all Liberians to education. But girls in particular face a fundamental disadvantage compared to boys. And the reasons are not far-fetched. Household financial constraints is one of the reasons. Sexual harassment, unwanted pregnancies, and migration to other places. So that's just an overview of how the education system looks like. So with all those constraints and all those challenges, it makes it difficult for girls to access opportunities to formal education in Liberia.
Thank you very much, Reverend Akhtar. Thank you. That was well presented. So let's go to another question. What were the conditions of the STEM labs here on campus?
Well, at the AMEU University, laboratories were set up, equipped to an extent, and were in use before Links support. Now, I say they were partially equipped because we didn't have so many equipments, but the little we had, students had access to them. Now, it made learning quite challenging for our students, both male and female, because they were mostly exposed to verbal descriptions of science equipments, how they function, and so on. Now, with the coming in of support from links, where we have thousands of materials donated to AME University, it made a great difference. Now our students cannot just stand up and describe equipments because they were told in class, but now they can describe how equipments are, and they can, describe how it works because now they have hands-on experience to those equipment. So in summary, the support from Links Incorporated made a significant difference in our science laboratories, and we want to thank Links Incorporated for that support.
Thank you. Thank you. So I want to also pose that question to you as well, Mr. Bamy. Can you let us know what were the labs, the condition of the labs before Links Incorporated started supporting it?
Thank you so much. Let me first start by saying a big thank you to the Bishop McLeod and Supervisor McLeod for the opportunity to serve Monrovia College as the interim president in this dispensation. Currently at Monrovia College we have 147 students this academic 2020-2021. Of that number we have 80 female and 67 males. Before the coming of Links Incorporated, we had an existing lab. We have 2 primary labs. Physics and chemistry has a lab, dedicated lab, and biology also had a dedicated lab. But that lab, the 2 laboratories were not equipped to capacity. There were numerous challenges. One, there were challenges with prepared slides. There was no chemical or less chemical for demonstrations. Safety was a major challenge. Most of the students stood in class in those laboratories while teachers do the demonstrations. There was no first aid kits. There was no protective gloves for the students. There was no fire extinguishers, and there was inadequate biological modules for practical steps in those labs. The coming of Links actually added advantage to our school. Now you find we built a new lab with the full support of Links Incorporated, which is fully equipped. Links help Monrovia College with the entire materials needed, the chemicals, the modules, and every other things needed to have a 21st century lab in Liberia. As we all know, the government of Liberia through Ministry of Education have asked all high schools to equip their science lab to a minimum that will be acceptable by the government. So it's a prerequisite that once you don't have a lab that conforms with current day reality, your school will also be reduced by status. So we don't want Monrovia College to go that way, and we highly appreciate the support of Links by coming in with this equipment and having a functional laboratory, because most of our science students, they want to go further in the sciences, and that can only happen if they start to practice everything about science while they are staying in high school. So we're grateful to Links for all of the support thus far. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bamy. Now that we do have very well-equipped labs supported by the Links Incorporated, now here's the next question. What difference will a STEM education make in the lives of girls pursuant to the career paths?
Well, let me respond from the angle of higher education institutions in Liberia. And we know that higher education institutions are regulated by the National Commission on Higher Education in Liberia, the NCHE. Their assessment report of 2019 shows that about 86% of males are into the sciences, learning sciences, and about 14% females are into sciences. either doing scientific researches or other science-related courses. So I believe that once there's adequate access to STEM education for females, it will definitely reduce the level of inequality within that sector. And it will also give women the opportunity to lead in scientific researches and other disciplines. So I do support more opportunities for females in the sciences.
Thank you, Reverend Atta. So Reverend Atta spoke on in regards to higher education, tertiary level. So let's now turn it over to you and speak on what Monrovia College has experienced and what we would like to see.
Thank you so much. With the current enforcement of our science lab at Links, we hope to see most of the young ladies coming forward for the sciences. The challenge has always been, I can't want to be a science student or go into the sciences, but I don't see the practical aspect of this. I don't know how to mix chemical. I don't know how to view things under the microscope. But for now, it is happening. So the encouragement we try to do now is student entering at 10th grade, 11th grade, up to 12th grade. We try to encourage as much as possible the female entering at that lower age or lower class, because we start from 10th grade to 12th grade. Student entering at that level to have the encourage to pursue the sciences, because everything we do these days is science. Nothing happens without science, because everything that happens, it has some scientific understanding. So our students now, they are being encouraged, and we have some brilliant females currently at Monrovia College who continue to build their confidence level in pursuing sciences. Currently at the school, we have the science section and the arts. In the science, we have 11 students. Out of the 11, we have 8 of them being female. So in as much as we don't find so many female coming to the sciences, for the science class we have 8 out of 11. So a very good percentage. So we continue to encourage them, and we know when they go to the sciences, they will never be let alone. Some of them have interest in going to nursing, in doing biology, but at the high school level, if they are not encouraged, guided properly, you don't know qualified instructors for these courses, they're going to struggle when they get to college. So at Monrovia College, we created, with the help of Links, an environment where female coming up for the sciences will be comfortable in learning. We have the experience in using other science equipment as it go along in the academic sojourn. So when they see it at the college level, it will never be strange to them. So that's it, and we will continue to do the encouragement and see more students, more female students coming to the sciences for a better Liberia. Because Liberia, we have less scientists, we want to increase that number, and Monrovia College will be on the forefront of that. Thank you.
Thank you. Now that we've discussed where we started off in our STEM labs and where we currently are, let's now discuss our future. What future help would you need as Monrovia College and AMEU to promote science education, especially for girls here in Monrovia?
Well, at the tertiary level, it will be so challenging for us to promote science education if the students do not have the foundational basis. That's why it is important that we concentrate our efforts in strengthening science education at the high school level, and that's solely in the period of Monrovia College, because once they have a good foundation, a good orientation of how the sciences look like, what we're coming to do, then they help them to build on what they have learned when they come over to the university. And so at the level of the high school, even at the university, we would need a lot of trainings. And these trainings could be in-person trainings, they could also be virtual trainings in specified areas. It could even be some refresher for teachers that are there, or the training of trainers, courses where our instructors are trained and they can also train other instructors as the case may be. We will also need the provision of learning materials, including textbooks for students and for teachers. We have at the AMEU University an 80,000 volume online library, but because of the high cost of internet connectivity, a lot of students find it difficult to access materials online and work with those online materials. And that's why, hard copies of textbooks will be very, very vital, not just for AMEU University, but I think also for Monrovia College. It will also help our teachers to be developed. And right now, Mr. Bami and myself are in conversation discussing the possibilities of hiring some consultant to work with the girls at Monrovia College to promote STEM education. Once we can get a consultant specifically for that purpose, and that consultant will concentrate on encouraging more girls and grooming them from the high school level when they come to the university, that's not going to be a problem.
Thank you, Reverend Atta. So let's turn it over to Mr. Bami and hear what's going on in Monrovia College and what he looks forward to.
Thank you. Again, we still look up to Links Incorporated for support in maintaining our science program. Most of the young people or female coming to school, most of them are afraid of the sciences. But there's a way we can encourage them to pursue the sciences. One way we could do it is a provision of a scholarship scheme at the high school level. That's female desiring to come to Monrovia College and desiring to go to the sciences. There's a full scholarship for you, only the sciences. When that happens, you will see the enrollment in the sciences will start to increase rapidly, because there is something attached that's going to make them to read, something attached that's going to encourage them to go to their own career path. Sometimes it's difficult to lead students in career path. Some follow friends to the arts, but some are actually good that they need to go to the sciences. So what we need from Links, provision of textbooks, environment where teachers are trained, qualified teachers are recruited, trained to be able to conduct the sciences, both the theoretical aspect and the practical aspect for our female students pursuing sciences. And like I said, once you do the scholarship scheme for the female at Monrovia College wanting to go to the sciences, there will be a massive increase in the sciences. And like Dr. Adler said, we are working along to get a consultant at Monrovia College to encourage the female and also train them to have interest in the sciences. So Links will still look up to you for your support. Continue to do this for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bami. So our interview is pretty much done here, but I would like to ask both Reverend Atta and Mr. Bami to give their parting comments. So Reverend Atta, let's hear what you have to say.
Well, I want to say thanks to Bishop Earl McLeod and Supervisor McLeod for their continued support, and the Links Incorporated for their unflinching support to the AMEU University, to Monrovia College likewise. Although we are two separate institutions, but the partnership that exists between us is so tight, such that whatever happens at Monrovia College affects AMEU University, and what happens at AMEU University affects Monrovia College. That's why we seem to walk, hand in hand. And I can assure you people that with support from Links, we have experienced positive impacts. With continuous support of Links, the impact will be much, and our students, especially the females, will be proud of being a part of Monrovia College or AMEU University because of what has been provided and what is being provided by Links Incorporated. With this continuous support, I am convinced in my spirit that Liberia has a blissful future, because with 1/3 of our population already at the level of elementary, primary, and secondary school, you can be sure that 20, 30 years from now, things will bomb in Liberia. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Reverend Atta. So, Mr. Bami, let's hear your parting comments.
Thank you so much. Again, let me say a big thank you to Bishop M. McLeod Jr. and Supervisor McLeod for the opportunity, again, for the time to serve at the Monrovia College as the interim president, and for the confidence he, Bishop, has in the young people of the 14th district to give them leadership level everywhere in the 14th. And also to the Links Incorporated family for the massive support. Links have been supporting the Monrovia College, and with the construction of this new laboratory, they're going to give us strength, they're going to boost our learning, and we're going to also attract more students coming to Monrovia College to experience the state-of-the-art science lab constructed by the Links Incorporated. And also the AMEU University for allowing Monrovia College to construct whole science laboratory at the graduate school. With that, it gave the students staying in high school a big confidence boost that in time to come, I will have the opportunity to enroll at the AMEU graduate school to do my graduate studies. The fact that I'm staying in high school and have the opportunity to come here is indeed a very, very interesting thing for us. And we say a big thank you once more to Links, and we look forward to continue partnership as we go through our journey here at Monrovia College. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you all very much for answering the questions. Both of you all did an amazing job. So we do look forward to more support from Links Incorporated. And again, thank you all. Have a good one.
Thank you.